Can I just ask you about your thoughts on what's going on with your ex-husband?
I think it's disgusting.
I mean,
It's embarrassing, disgusting.
Did you have any idea that this was going on?
Somewhat, yes.
What were the signs?
Random text messages on his phone that I found.
Saying what?
From John's trying to find girls.
What do you mean?
They were asking him to come up with girls, I guess. And
So, like, can you make an example of something, like, that you read?
I'd rather not.
Was this before was this while you were married to him?
No. This was 2008, 2009.
Okay. When did you guys separate? I'm just curious.
2005 we separated. 2006 we were divorced.
Okay. And how did you have access to his phone? Or,
He asked me to charge it for him one day.
okay. Knowing that your son was just hangs out with him, has a good, it seems, based on your son's Twitter, he has a good relationship with him from the outward view. How is your son dealing with all of this?
They're very upset and they're very angry, and they have every right to be.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't need to do this, and he could have. He did very well as an IT person. He didn't have to do this.
Yeah.
So.
How's your son doing today?
Not great. I picked him up early from school, and he's upset that his Twitter
Mm-hmm.
was released to the press.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it.
Did your son, obviously he spent time with, your ex-husband alone. Did he ever come to you and say, Mom, I think something's a little fishy, something's going on? Like, did you have any idea this was coming?
Yes.
When did you know that something was going to happen?
The police have been in contact with me.
Since when?
About 6 months ago.
Okay. Did they ask you to, keep quiet, or, to just go on with your normal life as if nothing happened, or?
Just go on with normal life, and they would keep me updated as to how the case was going.
But you knew this was going on 6 months ago, or even prior to that?
Yes, I did.
Did you ever report it? Did you ever confront him?
Yes, I did. I reported it in family court in Somerset County.
When?
Twice.
When?
April being the last time.
Is that what
Of 2012.
And that's what got the police involved originally?
I don't think so. I don't think Somerset County even contacted the police. A woman, a journalist, turned him in.
Huh. So, are you, what's your next step? How are you going to recover from this?
I don't know. Terrified.
Mm-hmm. So, can I ask you, when you reported it in family court, obviously, what was the deal breaker where you were like, okay, did something happen where you were like, I have to tell someone about this?
Yes, just morally, I wanted to report it.
But what did you find that
His website.
you knew about it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and not cool. So,
Obviously.
This is bizarre.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and just the website. And then I confronted him numerous times in the beginning, and he denied it. And then he promised he would get out of it. He said he was only manning the website or doing the marketing. But I still asked him repeatedly to stop. He's got 4 kids.
And that's still a crime to be a part of it.
Absolutely.
Did he have any idea he would be getting caught? Did you think it was coming to him?
I think he was in denial.
Did your son ever suspect that something was going to happen? Or did you tell him hey, the cops have come to me? Was this like a family discussion, or is this all of a sudden
Actually,
blindsiding?
yes, it was actually the day before his arrest. I didn't know he was being arrested the next day, but we sat down here and had a family meeting, the four of us, to discuss the future, outcome. What were his plans for the 4 kids?
You spoke to William,
Yes.
and what did he say?
He said he didn't have a plan and that he didn't think they were going to be able to hold him for anything. So there was no plan.
But there's obviously a lot of evidence that, I mean,
Yes. It's not looking good.
so, was your son a part of that conversation?
Yes.
And, I mean, just can you describe to me, you brought William here, it was like a family meeting.
The 4 of us sat down at the kitchen table and discussed.
What did you say?
I said, "What are your plans
But
to
did
take
no one
care
know
of your
about
children?"
this?
Yes, they did. They did. They've seen numerous things at his apartment, and
Like what?
boxes of cash. He would leave the website up, digital camera with photos on it. And it was enough.
So, did you ask William to come here and have this family powwow?
I did.
Atta girl.
Yeah.
And so can you just tell me what he said to your kids and how,
He somewhat apologized, which was the first time that he had ever said he was sorry. He was trying to downplay it, that it wasn't going to be, as big as I thought it was going to be, and I knew it was. And he just said he didn't have anything in place or any plan to take care of the kids or anything after this happens. He thinks he's going to plead it down, and I don't know.
And how was it when he left?
The same as when he got here. No answers. And he was picked up the next day. So, and then they called me and said that they had him in custody.
And what was your response to the authorities?
I knew it was going to happen within the next month or so. I just didn't know the date.
And you, of course, didn't tell him, hey, you're going to be arrested.
No, I did not.
Good. I mean, is there anything else? There's a lot of people that are fascinated by this story, and it's now become, a sensational tabloid story. Is there anything else that you can say that you want people to know about your family and your kids and your ex-husband?
Just that in the past 6 years since I've been divorced from him, I've just tried to really simplify our lives as much as possible, keeping everything, trying to hold it all together, really, and just hoping and praying that this day wouldn't come, but it has. And I'm just taking it day by day right now.
Any plans on how you're going to move forward? What are your kids going to do if he gets sent away for a long time?
We'll just have to get by. I do want to say that William has been stepping up as a father in the past 6 months, regardless of his business dealings. He's taken my son to his lacrosse games and tournaments and sat through days and days of football, and it's just really unfortunate that it had to come to this.
Has Noah come to you and confided in you about anything, and sort of shared any emotions when he found out? Maybe during the family powwow, was there any,
Absolutely. He confronted his father, and he said, 2 years ago you told me that you would get out of this, and you promised me that you would get out of this, and you went against your word. And I said I would never speak. He said he would never speak to his father again if he didn't get out of the business. And he said, well, what am I supposed to do now? Because obviously you're still doing it. So, and I told you I'd never speak to you again. So, I mean, they're both dealing with a lot right now.
He knew about this 2 years ago? Noah did?
Yes,
How far back? I mean,
like 2008.
how did he find out?
I believe they found the stuff on their dad's either iPad or computer at his home.
Kids are smart these days.
Yes, they are.
Can't hide anything from him.
No. I mean, the three of us are very, very close, and we talk about everything, and I've been completely honest with them about everything. So, you know, whether...
It's your son and who else? There's another?
I have the other son.
Okay.
He's 13.
And how is he coping with this?
He's failing school. He's not doing well at all. He's depressed. They're both depressed. And upset due to the unstable the instability of everything.
Kids are very smart. They read the papers and, they're sort of has any kids, teased him or is he getting bullied at school?
Not at all. Not at all. They both have excellent sets of friends, and I don't foresee anything like that happening.
That's good.
They're in therapy, and they have been for 6 months, and tutoring and extra help in school.
Mm-hmm. How are you doing?
A wreck.
You seem like you're holding up quite well.
I do.
Mm-hmm. I admire your strength.
I'm doing a really good. I'm putting on a really good act. Then. There's not really advice that people can give you when your ex-husband becomes a pimp.
Thank you for watching Extra on YouTube.
And for 24/7 updates on celebrity news, subscribe to our channel here, like us on Facebook here, or follow us on Twitter here.
And if you want your voice heard, leave a comment below.
Where?
Right there.